So in this video, I want to remind you guys that football is such a short career. So you have to take advantage of the opportunity of the window that you have and just lock in and block out all distractions and just really go for it. Because let's be real, in the career of football, you probably get about maybe 10 to 12 years at the top. And that's if you're lucky as well. You know, a lot of players sort of have a 5-year peak, 7-year peak. But if you're lucky, you might have a 10 to 12-year peak where, you know, you're at the top of your game, you're earning the most money, you're playing at your best. However, if you think about it, in other jobs, just in other normal jobs in life, basically, them jobs, people can be in them jobs for like 40 years, 50 years. So obviously, people in other jobs, you know, normal jobs like 9 to 5s, they have a much bigger window to, you know, make money, advance in their career. Whereas, like I said, in football, it's so short. It's literally you literally get like a 5 to 12 year peak. And like I said, that's if you're lucky. Some people are at the top for maybe a year, 3 years, less than 5 years. Basically, they it's a very short window to, you know, to be a footballer, and also not even just to be a footballer, but even to make it as well. Because think about it, the majority of people in life don't really know what they want to do in terms of what job they want to do until they're like 25 years old. Like trust me, I know if you're young, I know that might seem mad that most people don't really know what they want to do. But trust me, just go out and ask someone, all right, would you ask someone under the age of like 23 what they want to do? Most of the time, these guys are gonna say they don't really know, or they'll just give you they'll try to dance around the question. Most people don't really have a clear roadmap of what they want to do, which is normal, to be honest. But as a footballer, from like the age of 7, if you decide, okay, cool, I'm 7 years old, I want to be a footballer, you have to put in that work from 7 all the way up to 18. So literally, compared to everyone else who's never really worked hard at anything, they've just sort of grown up, you know, gone to school, done this, just done regular things. You at 7 years old, you have to be literally focused, literally just grinding on just this one goal of trying to become a professional footballer. So like I said, it's a short window in your career, and it's also a short window to sort of make it as well. Because like I said, most at the ages where footballers retire are like 30, 35. That's the stage where most people in their careers are actually, you know, are actually hitting their peak, are actually, you know, making the most money, getting the most respect in their job. Whereas in footballer, where in football terms, 35 is old, but in other jobs, in 9 to 5 jobs, even people who are doing their own business, 35 is like the peak. Like 35 is like where things actually start getting good for people. But where, like I said, whereas in football, 35, people are gonna start calling you old, people are gonna start calling you washed, people are gonna start saying, oh, he's not the same as he once was. Because I've said it before, football's a young man's game, so you have to mature very, very quickly. Just in terms of um, knowing at a young age, you have to put in that work. Because a lot of people, it takes them a long time to realize, okay, I actually need to put in this work. So how many times have we heard maybe someone who's like 23, 24, 25 said, oh, I wish I put in more work when I was younger. I wish I put in more work when I was younger. And it's true. Even me, I wish I started probably training at like what properly at like 14, 15, and I still wish I would have started training properly at like 7, 8 years old. But as a 7 or 8 year old, it's very hard to, you know, have the maturity, sort of have the foresight, the forevision of thinking, okay, cool, I'm 7 years old, I need to grind for all these years so I can make it. I think that's why it's very important to have, you know, someone around you. I feel like those people who have like their dads around them, or even players, even people who might have had like dads or even their moms, or even just both parents who have played football before, or even been professionals before. Like I feel like those people are so lucky because their parents can just install it into them at a young age of like, all right, cool, I was a footballer. I did this. Learn from my mistakes. Literally, you have to, from the age of 9, 10, you have to put in the work, and then obviously they can tell their kids as well that, oh, you're not gonna, you know, live a normal childhood. You're gonna have to sacrifice a lot of things. And obviously, if you have that good influence around you as a kid, you just sort of know that, okay, cool, I need to work. I need to make sacrifices. I'm not gonna be able to do things that other kids my age are gonna do. I'm probably not gonna be able to go out as much as other people, drink as much as other people, you know, smoke as much as other people, because I have this dream. I want to become a footballer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's very important that you have good people around you, good influences around you, good older people around you as well. But to be fair, not everybody has that. So It's hard. That's why I'm making this vid, because like I said, not everybody has this sort of has that person to, tell them at a young age to, put in the work, put in the hours, to make sacrifices. So like I said, I'm making this vid to say, yo, football is a short career, it's a short window, it's a young man's game. You see all these guys, you see Lamine Yamal coming in, training with Barcelona at 15. Not even him. You see all these academy guys coming from Barcelona at like 16, 17, 18 now. You get guys like Phil Foden coming through, and even in the Prem, guys like Phil Foden coming playing first team football at like 17, Saka playing at like 18. Like I said, it's a young man's game, so you have to mature quickly. And you just have to realize, you have to be putting in that work. That's why you see those memes all the time of like, you know those memes online where it's like, Lamine Yamal at 15 versus me at 15. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a different sort of mentality you have to have if you want to become a footballer. Because like I said, Lamine Yamal, he's tearing up the Euros at like 16, 17 years old. But think about what most 16 and 17-year-olds are doing. Most 16 and 17-year-olds, these guys are what? Coming back from secondary school, probably just riding on their bikes, chilling at the shops, eating chicken and chips, maybe smoking weed, like I said, riding their bikes and just chilling out, not really thinking about it too much. Whereas Lamine Yamal, he's focused, he's locked in, he's thinking, yo, I need to, I'm playing in the Euros final, I'm playing against England, I need to lock in, I need to perform. He's got the whole world watching. And yeah, it's mad. Like, think about how many, just like the average 16 or 17-year-old, how they would handle that pressure of just knowing that millions of people are watching them. It's the Euros finals, millions of people are watching. Most 16 and 17-year-olds would not be able to handle that. They would crumble. I'm pretty sure most 17-year-olds would actually, who haven't been in that situation, would probably crumble when there's probably like 500 people watching, let alone millions of people around the world watching a Euros final. And obviously, we know what Lamine Yamal did. Obviously, he got the assist for Williams' first goal, and Spain ended up winning the final. So, like I said, football's a young man's game, it's a short career. So if you're a young player right now, maybe 12, 13, 14, like I said, put in that work, make those sacrifices, because trust me, it might suck right now. It might not feel good right now that you can't live like a normal kid. You can't do what other people are doing. Like I said, you can't go out, you can't chill with your friends. You might have to, maybe there's a party, but you have to go train. Just little things like that. But just think about it like this: like the sacrifices that you're gonna make for to become a professional footballer, and then even when you become a professional footballer, just put in work. Just It's a short window, like I said. Just put in work for 10, 15 years, and then after that, you have your money, you're set, you're chilling, and you can just enjoy yourself for the next 50 years. So just think about it as an investment like that. Literally, 15 to 20 years of work in order to get 50 years of never having to stress again. You don't have to stress about bills. You don't have to stress about just normal things that you know just regular people have to deal with. You because you obviously you're set. You have your money. You know what you want to do, and you can just basically just for the next 50 years, from like 40 years old all the way up until you die, you can basically just chill out and just enjoy your life. So that's all I got to say for this vid. Hope you enjoyed. I've been JT, and I'm out.